Ahoy hoy everyone, welcome back to Fantasyland News. I have some major updates on the DAS service, or the Disability Access Service pass, going on at Disney World now. The changes just went into effect yesterday, May 20th. I said I would be back, I'm back. And you know, when I was a young boy, my father took me into a city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers? The plans that they have made? Because one day, I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade. Now, I have no clue what that means during this whole thing. I just wanted to dramatically read the Black Parade for some odd reason. So we're going to get very serious for a few minutes, and I'm going to speak up and speak out about a few issues that have been going on, and I've noticed in the comments, I've noticed a lot of people talking about this. So I went over to Disney World, went over to the Magic Kingdom yesterday to check on the new DAS services, the new DAS Pass, to see how everything worked. And let me tell you, from what I'm hearing, it is as big of a disaster as I thought it was going to be. And I'm trying to tread lightly here because some people left some amazing comments, and I want to point out a few, just so you all are aware. We do read the comments. We do pay attention to what you're saying out there. I do kind of let the comments go because I like to see what people are absolutely saying. And look, you don't have to agree with us. That's absolutely fine, but keep it civil. Now, a few years ago, and this is going to be strange coming from me, but Oprah Winfrey had on her show before it went away, talking about personality disorders. And one of them, I know this is already starting out great, was called it was called, and if I can find it out here, high conflict personalities. Now, I don't know at what point this disability debate and what Disney is doing turned into a major debate between high conflict personalities and just people living their lives. Because I have heard some of the worst comments when it comes to this. A lot of non-caring people giving their opinion when their opinion doesn't matter in this decision. This is a decision that Disney made, and it does not affect them personally, but they have to chime in and talk about it. I don't understand that. It's the world we live in, and they are free to make these comments, but there's no reason to make these comments. This does not affect you. What this does is affect the disability community, or the disabled community that comes and goes to Walt Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know how other parks across the world work. So somebody, and I'm going to bring up something that they said, and I thought this was very smart. It was, Disney has created a very hostile environment for disabled people. They've basically given the okay for the disabled community to be ridiculed and blamed for everything Disney has done wrong within their own lightning lane. When it comes to Fast Pass, the people have become hostile and angered because disabled people happen to get to the front of the line no quicker than anybody else. They wait just the same. They just don't have to stand in a physical line, being surrounded by many other people and having what could be issues standing in line. Hence why they need a DAS pass, whether they are have Crohn's disease, whether it's a mental anxiety, social, whatever it is. What does it matter to you that they can't stand in line and they get to have another line? I think the problem is these people are bothered because they think, and they have been told by many other people, that they could go off and ride more rides, and they can go eat, and they can go hang out, and they don't have to wait in line. Yeah, they can do all that. But at the end of the day, they still have to go home and be disabled. How about that one? You, Mr. I'm going to, or Mrs. I'm going to talk about this and give my 2 cents, don't need to go home and be that way. So, shut up. That's all we're saying. There's no reason for you to say anything. This is not the greatest service in the world, and we hope that Disney figures out a better way to do this. And what we're hoping is Disney learns from these mistakes. but I just wanted to point out that some people left some amazing comments on the channel. I appreciate all of them, even the negative ones. I understand there is a frustration. Disney did take away FastPass. Disney is making people pay for Genie Plus. Disabled people do not need to pay for Genie Plus. Some do, some do not. Some hide the fact that they are disabled and do not want to bring it up and talk to other people about it. And that is okay. It's okay to deal with it however you want to deal with it, as long as you are dealing with it in your own way. We do not judge here, nor should anybody else judge. I will get off my podium. That was my opinion piece for the day. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the buffet. I don't know where to go with that. Anyway. Disney also, I just rambled for like 5 minutes on this. I could go for longer, but just so everybody knows, what they're now saying is if you have autism on the spectrum, have a neurodivergent disability, you have to call in, talk to somebody on the virtual chat. They will then approve you or disapprove you. If you are not approved, you will not be able to get that overturned. It is a no. Once it's no, it is forever no. I have heard of a lot of these people who, like, PTSD was not qualified, ADHD, social anxiety, cognitive or mental health disabilities, besides autism and neurodivergence. Obviously, physical disabilities, mobility issues have never been part of the DAS Pass. They are ADA compliant in the line for wheelchairs, scooters, and whatever crutches or anything else. Crohn's disease, IBS, diabetes are not covered. Disney, apparently what is happening is you call in, you deal with this virtual chat, the cast member, and it is just a cast member, by the way, makes the decision whether you can explain what being in a line and how it will affect you and why you should have the DAS Pass. Other things that they are offering now as part of this is Rider Switch. We all know what Rider Switch is. It's for multiple people. I don't know how a solo person does that. Attraction queue re-entry. There may be times when a guest must briefly step out of the standby line and then rejoin their party in line. Every location has a defined process to support this option based on the person's disability, while the rest of the party remains in line. So there you go. That's oh, you can also do a single rider line. By the way, single rider line is available for 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 attractions at Walt Disney World. That's across the whole, all the parks. 4, Test Track, it's going to come out of my mouth, people. Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain at Animal Kingdom, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Hollywood Studios, and Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, which, by the way, off topic, is reopening apparently July 27th here at Hollywood Studios. So for now, they have 3 single rider lines. Oh, you can also pay for Genie Plus and Lightning Lane, which to me is kind of what this is all about. Disney is one of the most profitable companies. Their parks division makes a profit of like $6.3 billion a year, and they still want to make more profit off of it because it is one of their most profitable parts of the Walt Disney Company. This all comes down to they want more people to buy Lightning Lane and Genie Plus. What they don't understand is the effects they're having on the disabled community as a whole. And I don't even want to get into that. That's just so much more deeper than I can understand or I should be talking about. I'm just a talking head. That's all I am. At some point, I'll put my face on here, and then you'll be talking right to the blue-haired guy I am, and you'll be like, oh, there's that guy. It's Greg. Hey, Greg. And then you'll be able to go, hey, nice to see you in the parks, because I'm always in the parks. I digress. Let's move on. That's DAS. I can't even talk anymore about it. It just kind of gets me riled up. For those who don't have anything to do with it, understandable. You don't have to have anything to do with it. It's okay to just live your life without having to have a comment about others people. And it goes same with the disabled community. There's no reason to talk about ableist and just throw stones. It's okay to just live your life how you want to live your life. I am not a life coach. Please don't take, if you want to take my advice, take my advice. But people are just strange out there. So when you're dealing with high conflict personalities, it's easier to walk away. You do not need the verbal, emotional, or any abuse whatsoever. You deal with enough in life, and most of you are so courageous, it's ridiculous, and we love you all. So anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. Finally, should I go back to reading The Black Parade? I thought that was fun. Yeah. By the way, go to the live podcast show. Today we are going to be monologuing Disney songs or dramatically reading Disney songs. Yeah, that's over at the live podcast show with Scott and Michelle Atwood over at the Main Street Mouse. The three of us do a podcast every week. Please go listen. It's kind of fun. It's all about humor and behind the scenes of doing Disney media. Anyway, I did want to bring up something else. Over at Disney, they dropped a brand new commercial and trailer, how Disney goes beyond storytelling. It looks absolutely. They talk about Frozen, Star Wars, Pixar, how all these different organizations work and what they're doing about them. What they're really doing is bringing up the fact that they're going to be bringing a lot of these personal, what they call IPs, are going to be coming into the park. So whether Frozen we already have here at Walt Disney World, we have it in Norway, we have the ride, but they're thinking about adding more over for the Disneyland Forward project in Disneyland itself. The world of Pandora, some aspect of it is also going out over to Disneyland, but then they also talk about Toy Story and a few other things. The Avengers and Marvel coming to the parks. This is basically how Disney is wrapping up, as the Walt Disney Company, all their IPs and trying to show the world how they do it. The commercial's wonderful. If you have a chance to see it, go to the WaltDisneyCompany.com. Check out the commercial for it. It's just one of those, Disney's so good at making those heartbreaking, emotional commercials that it's ridiculous. Moving on, they also shared an inside peek at the groundbreaking Peter Pan ride in Fantasy Springs. I do believe it is called Peter Pan's Neverland Adventure. You're invited to join Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Kids in a daring quest to rescue John from the clutches of Captain Hook and his band of pirates aboard a boat sprinkled with pixie dust by Tinkerbell. You'll soar into the sky and encounter iconic scenes and characters from the beloved Disney animated film Peter Pan, including Wendy, Michael, the mischievous mermaids, and even Captain Hook's formidable ship, the Jolly Rogers. We have a little bit of video where you can see TikTok Croc and stuff in the background right now, but this looks absolutely phenomenal. Just really good. Imagineers went above and beyond for this. The reason I bring this up is because I wanted to show it after what they just talked about Disney IPs. And the simple fact is this is over at Disney Tokyo Sea. But this gives us hope about what they can bring over here to the stateside parks, Disneyland, Disney World. It makes you excited about Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, some of the new animatronics like that are opening at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, some of the new ride, the graphics they got going on, how the actual attractions work, the new lands they're opening. Fantasy Springs looks beautiful, and if that came over to Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, I think the whole world would blow up and everybody would be happy. That's how good it is. So, if Disney fans are going to be happy, it must be good. Turning over to Disney Springs, the last thing I'm going to talk about today is they shared a first look new, what is it? It's the brand new drone show, and it is called Disney Dreams That Soar, presented by AT&T. The drone show begins May 24th. Actually, tomorrow morning, we know cast members who are going at 5:30 a.m. to have a cast member preview. Congratulations, cast members. I hope the reviews are great. We've actually seen people who are friends of ours who live down the street. You can actually see the drones from the highway. Like, this thing is, I think, well over 300 feet high in the air. There's over 800 drones that are part of this. At 300 feet in the air means it's almost, 1.5 times the size or the height of Cinderella Castle. So you're going to be able to see this all over Disney Springs. They have speakers set up all along the lakeside there, or pond side, or whatever lagoon side. Let's go with the lagoon. It's the lagoon side. Everything from Disney characters, you're going to be able to see Pixar. You can see Baymax right there. Star Wars is going to be part of it. Marvel is going to be part of it. Show producers all talked about this, but this looks amazing. So anyway, we will be there on May 24th. There's 2 showings, 9 p.m., 10:45. We will bring it to you. Either way, the next day, you will have the full show right here on Fantasyland News. Thanks for listening to me today. Thanks for dealing with all this. We appreciate you. Go to fantasylandnews.com to read all your latest news. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching and listening, especially if you made it this far. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Thank you from all of us here at FantasylandNews.com. We appreciate it. You can find us at FantasylandNews.com or thefanaticsblog.com for all your latest in Disney parks news and Walt Disney Company entertainment news. Please like, subscribe, share this out, all the normal things you have to say. And again, go to Fantasyland News on Instagram. Please go to our Facebook page. I know we're old people. Facebook page, hit subscribe. Again, that's Fantasyland News on Facebook and Instagram. And we hope you have a magical day.